Good afternoon, guys and girls. Today, I'm going to be bringing to you my top 5 tips on how to eat big every day to gain muscle, to pretty much bulk is the essential thing here. So let's get right on into tip number 1. Tip number 1 is the meals that you got to eat. You got to eat at least 6 or 7 meals a day, maybe the minimum being 5, but you really have to eat a few meals a day. Like, you can't just eat 3 or 4 because that's not enough. Otherwise, you're going to be eating 1,000, 1,500 calorie meals every time you eat. And that is something that you don't want to do because it'll make you feel like shit. And also you'll get hungry between meals because they'll be like 4 and 5 hours apart. So 7 meals and breakfast. Breakfast is a big one because after you wake up, after sleeping, you burn calories while you sleep. And so basically what you got to do is you got to eat breakfast, and it's got to be a big breakfast. Can't be like a couple of pieces of toast. It's got to be eggs, toast, cereal, big bowl of cereal, big cereal. So I'm eating 7 meals a day at the moment. I'm having brekkie, a morning tea sort of thing. I'm having lunch, afternoon tea, dinner, after dinner, and then I'm having a shake before bed to help me get in the 4,500 calories I'm at a day. And the meals, you want them to be at least 700 to 900 calories each, so you can hit your goals. Because if you're not eating enough, you're not going to grow, and that's as easy as that. You got to eat to grow, and it's that simple. It needs to be real food, good food, not shit food. No Macca's, KFC, that sort of shit, none of that. It's got to be like nuts, vegetables, fruits, real lean meat, fish, like tuna, salmon, beef, that sort of stuff. Because otherwise, you're just gonna be filling your body up with shit, and that has no nutrients in it whatsoever. So you're just gonna be filling your body up with shit. You're gonna be feeling like shit, and so is your body, and it will not like you. Tip number 2 is lift heavy. I cannot stress this enough, lift heavy, because for anyone, and this goes for anyone, I got this one off Seth Feroci. Check him out. He's very good mentor. He's good with tips. He knows what he's talking about. He's been doing it for years. IFBB Pro. He knows what he's going on about. Lift heavy, because that will make your metabolism burn more. It'll make you want to eat more. It burns calories and it makes you hungry. And the more you eat, the more you grow. And the heavier you lift, the more you grow as well. So it goes hand in hand, and that's a way to grow. So lifting heavy is a big one for me, because back when I was 63 kilos, I didn't lift heavy. I did cardio when I was really light, and at the beginning I didn't know what I was doing. And so I was just burning more calories than I was eating, and I wasn't lifting heavy. And pretty much I was failing. I wasn't gaining any weight. Until I started lifting heavy, that's really when it started to change. I started to gain weight. Tip number 3, you can't just jump into 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 calories a day, because otherwise you become a fat shit, and that's pretty much it. Like, if you're eating less than 2,000 calories a day, and you go and jump 1,000 calories, 1,500 calories, your body isn't gonna know what's going on, and it's going to just gain a heap of weight, a heap of fat, a heap of bad weight that you don't want. So you gotta gradually build up to it and not jump in. Like, I'm talking 100 to 200 calories a week. I started off on 3,500 calories for the bulk, but that's because I've been doing it for a while, and I don't know what I'm doing. But for beginners, gradually build up into it. Start on 2,800, which will be around your maintenance a day. and then add 200 calories each week. And that'll slowly build you up to it until you get to around 4,000. Stay there for a couple of weeks, add on another 200. Stay there for a couple of weeks, add on another, and so on. You can't just jump straight into it because you'll become fat as fuck. And that's the easy way to put it. Tip number 4, timing is everything. You have to be eating every 1.5 to 3.5, 4 hours. Because you want to fill yourself up and you want to keep your body full of nutrients. Otherwise, you're just going to be going downhill and it's not going to be ideal for gaining weight. Like, yeah, sure, you can get away with, you can bulk and not eat every 4 hours. You can eat, but it's going to be really hard. It's going to be fucking humongous meals. So I like to eat about every 2 hours so that I can get the meals in, get the calories in, break it up, make it nice and easy for me. And yeah, as I said, it's got to be real food, eggs, nuts, fish, lean beef, lean mince, that sort of shit. Can't just be crap. You got to find stuff with nutrients in it. Like I allow about 10% of my diet to be shit a day. So, where if that's a muffin or a donut a day, or once a week I'll go and get fast food, and that's it. No more shit. And I don't do IIFYM, which is if it fits your macros. That is where you eat whatever the fuck you want, as long as it fits your macros. So as long as it fits into your protein, your carbs, and your fat. That is bullshit, because you'll be filling your body up with no nutrients, shit macros, bad proteins, bad carbs, bad fat, and it's just shit. You have to eat healthy, you have to eat clean, and you cannot eat you can't just eat shit food. It's not how bodybuilding works. You gotta eat good. Tip number 5. It basically becomes a second job eating. Once you get up to around the 4.5, 5,000 calorie mark and you're eating 6 to 7 meals a day, it basically becomes a second job, because you're eating when you wake up, you go to work, or if you don't work, you wake up, you eat, you do whatever you do, 2 hours, then you eat again. And then 2 hours, eat again, 2 hours, eat again. You have rest times in between, and that lets you settle it in and get you done, but it basically becomes a second job. Because the diet of what you eat and bodybuilding and all that is basically the hardest part about it. Like, I don't struggle with the training, I struggle with the eating, because there's just so much of it. But you got to stay consistent with the macros, with your calories a day, with your nutrients. Like, you can't eat 4,500 calories one day and the next day eat 3,500, because your body's going to be jumping around, not knowing what's going on. So is your metabolism. The macros as well. You can't eat 200 protein one day and then 100 protein the next, but still have the same calories because you've eaten more carbs or fat. Because you need to eat consistently, or otherwise it's not going to work out. So with the calories, the carbs, proteins, your fats, just everything has to stay consistent. Consistency is key in bodybuilding, because if you don't stay consistent, you're going to end up looking like shit. Back when I started, I didn't stay consistent and I stayed skinny. I didn't gain much weight, I didn't get abs, I didn't get anything. I didn't gain muscle until I started becoming consistent, until I started learning. That is when I really started to gain muscle, started to get the gains. It's not simple, it's not easy. And that is where people fail. They go, oh, it's not easy, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna be a little bitch and I'm gonna quit. But no, you gotta stay consistent to it. You gotta eat the same amount, you got to do that. But with the eating the same amount every day and then increasing it a little bit every week, that is where your body goes, okay, we're increasing it on this day every week and we're staying at around the same amount, but increasing, it just becomes routine. Body gets used to it. And that's pretty much it. That is pretty much the 5 things that I stick to bulking, eating a lot, staying consistent, and bodybuilding. It's what I do to do what I do. Because otherwise I would not be where I'm at right now. I'd probably still be very skinny, very little, but I've still got a long way to go. I know that. Still got a lot to learn, but if I can help you guys, then, well, that's good in my books. Hope you liked the video today. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you want next. Tell me if you guys like the video, and I'll see you next time.